Okay, moving forward to the district logo contest, we have at least, as of this morning, I haven't seen since, we have at least 3 entries. It is possible one of those is out of district. We'll reach out to confirm, but there's 3 very good entries, all of which could be able to do what we need to do and make a wonderful logo. Very talented artists, and we will reach out as the photos are going to be posted online. So when we're going to put them up for judging, we will have more discussion with the artists to make sure that they know that their work will have to be edited, and there will be differences in the work, and make sure they know what that character will be before we put them up for the judging. But right now, there's just exactly enough entries that everybody would receive a prize. So hopefully we could do a little better for that. We got more entries as soon as we shared in the Facebook groups, the news groups, and we've been reaching out to the school boards, and that's been making a huge difference. So if you have any contacts in the school boards in our district, please reach out to them, because that's where we seem to see a lot of traction. As soon as we sent out emails, with the contest, we've seen kids start putting in artwork.
What is cutoff date?
Cutoff date, I need to confirm. I'm gonna say I thought it was the 29th or 30th of March. We discussed it briefly at the meeting, but the date came up as early as it is for clarity, because all of this year's operational funding has to be spent by the end of the month. And if we want anything printed with a new logo, we definitely have to expedite the process. So sorry, Councillor Stepien had a question about the cutoff date, and I'm just going to try to pull up the website here as I confirm the date.
Do you mind if I ask a question in the meanwhile?
Not at all, please do.
For sending out communication to the school boards, are we relying on our own personal contacts, or is there like a main contact resource list that we could just send one email to all of the appropriate school boards?
Definitely not a single source email for all the appropriate contacts. It's individual school boards are definitely separated out. School divisions, you can get a little bit, and most have an Indigenous lead. My experience sending in general emails, if you don't know the person you're emailing at all, it's a week before you get your first response that the contest will be over if you just send a general email.
And
so
we are asking for Métis artists.
Métis artists from the district.
It just seems that then only the people that we personally know will get notification, and not everybody having equal opportunity.
That's a huge danger for sure. And that's why I'm just asking to share as broadly as you can. I don't think anybody's trying to direct it to only their friends.
No, of course not, but
a huge danger. And it's just that we have, I think, 2 people in the room that do quite a bit of work with the local school board, both in Parkland School Division. Am I correct? Is that fair, Joanne? So both Councillor Stepien and Councillor Dennis work with the school board. So that would be, I don't even have an idea how many students, but it's literally thousands of students. So out of those, probably close to 100, easily at least 50, 60 Métis students.
Oh.
Easily. And that's just the one school board that they're both directly. So if anybody has any other contacts in the schools, any art teachers, anything like that.
Say maybe 3.
Sorry.
400, yeah.
Is everybody able to see this logo? So March 29th at 11:59 p.m. And on there we put examples of some of the other ones that are already in place. Okay.
Where did you share the? So you could see what you've sent out.
So what you, okay, I'm not sure what
You
the
know,
question.
The contest you sent out with the requirements. I've never seen it.
Okay,
Just
so
like I've never seen the copy of the letter that went out to the mayors and such. Like I've got no idea what it is.
absolutely. So Councillor Dennis is bringing up a great point. That should be a lot more simple going forward. There was probably quite a bit of communication that was abbreviated due to one particular councillor's comments and requests. So we quit copying all, but I actually thought that I did specifically email you guys on some of them.
I definitely on the website and on Facebook.
So it was shared for sure on the Facebook so far on the email, and we're holding off until the announcement of the district gathering, which I'm planning to go forward with in Drayton Valley because most of the presentation for anything we don't have questions for, we're probably going to rely on their people to approve. And that email, as soon as we have confirmed that the accountant will sign off on the audit, we will put that email will go out probably within 7 days to try to do it on the next weekends with at least 7 days notice. But there's still an outstanding registration issue from the old local was filing a full year behind. So we still have their filing for 2024. And then we need to complete the filing for 2025 to bring us up to date with registries. And the 2025 filing will also bring our officers up to date, which is really important for our banking and insurance. Everybody needs to see the proper officers registered. But as soon as we're able to send out that email, we will be able to include in that email these details and these links. And I was going to suggest also a newsletter when we send out the mass email to all the citizens in the district. We already have the email client in place and the email list prepared for that. And sorry, Councillor Secretary Dennis? Davis?
It's okay. If we have the mass email, can we just do the logo thing through the email, or is it just too many emails if we do that?
We absolutely can, but that's exactly it. So when I was running, there's a significant bounce rate, and I do find people's attention, they get impatient pretty fast. So we are trying to limit the number of emails we put out to stop people from getting angry and to make sure they don't kick us off their list of emails and report us as spam or anything. So we're trying to really minimize the number of emails we set out, and that's why we're going to try to include a link. Like when we send out the email, there's going to be an option to reply back to subscribe to a newsletter so that we can sort of bridge that gap. But the more people that report you as spam, you can actually get kicked out of your provider. But it does a lot of things to hurt your ability to reach out. And the other thing is people, when we're trying to notify them about important things like an annual district gathering, which everybody has a right to be informed of, if they unsubscribe from these lists, they're really going to miss the most important information that they deserve as citizens. So it's just prioritizing, not risking people kicking us out of their mailbox before we send the district gathering invitation. Sorry. So with that, the discussion being the annual district gathering, right off the top, that would be my first suggestion for photos to try to do for everybody that wants to try to get a consistent headshot, that we will try to get those for all the counselors that are able to attend the annual district gathering. If anybody's not able to attend, we'll try to make other arrangements.
Do you have like a hold the date, like a most likely date that we can keep our calendars open?
I don't, because the accountant isn't able to give us that level of detail yet, and there's also questions coming from the Auditor General. But with that, all the reading I've done for the bylaws and checking through everything, it looks like we should only have to audit our 2025. Originally, I was afraid we had to have both. The previous local was different. They